Many thanks for joining us at this time. This is news analysis coming to you on Politics and Business TV. The headlines: October 1st protest, policeman flashpoint, APC opposition clash. World Bank okays $1.57 billion loan for Nigeria. And Dangote to transport refined products by sea. Details coming up shortly. Welcome back. I am Idris Amina. Now the news in full. State commands of the Nigeria Police Force have deployed men in flashpoint for the October 1st Independence Day protest. If the protest holds, it will be the second time in 2 months that angry Nigerians would hit the streets in disapproval of the hardship in the country occasioned by the hike in petrol price and electricity tariff and the floating of the naira by President Bola Tinubu's government. According to the organizers, the fearless October 1st demonstration is a continuation of the End Bad Governance protest, which took place from August 1st to 10th. They added that the latest demonstration was necessitated by the failure of the federal government to address their demands, which include hunger in the land, rising costs of hunger, insecurity, government wastefulness, electoral reforms, human capital development, amongst others. The group explained that the FCT protest would be held at the Eagle Square, the same venue of the Independence Day parade, while the Lagos protest would take place at the Ikeja on the bridge. On Sunday, human rights advocate and leader of the protest, Omoyele Sowore, said they were fully prepared for the protest, adding that they would hit the streets at 7 a.m. on the scheduled dates. And now World Bank has approved 3 new loan requests totaling $1.57 billion in financing for Nigeria. According to a statement released on Monday, the approval is to support the federal government in strengthening human capital through better health for women, children, and adolescents. It added that the approved project would also help build resilience to the effects of climate change, such as floods and droughts, by improving dam safety and irrigation. The international lender stated that this new financing includes $500 million for addressing governance issues that constrain the delivery of education and health, $570 million for the primary health care provision strengthening program, and $500 million for the sustainable power and irrigation for Nigeria project. The Hope Gov and Hope PHC programs combined will support the government of Nigeria to improve service delivery in the basic education and primary health care sectors, which are critical towards improving Nigeria's human capital outcomes. The approval made on September 26, 2024 highlights the World Bank's commitment to strengthening Nigeria's human capital and building resilience in the face of climate threats. It also indicates that Nigeria has secured a total of $6.52 billion in loans from the World Bank under the administration of President Bola Tinubu amid concerns over the country's rising external debt servicing costs. Continuing, the World Bank explained that the Hope Gov program will address underlying governance weaknesses in the systems and procedures of governments to substantially reduce maternal and under 5 mortality, benefiting 40 million people, especially vulnerable populations. And now the Dangote Group has said that it plans to transport refined petroleum products by sea. This announcement was made in a statement on Sunday by the senior advisor to the group president on special projects and strategic relations, Fatima Wali Abdurrahman. She noted the construction of a jetty in the Lekki Free Zone to handle bulk cargoes during the refinery's development. According to the group, this initiative aims to alleviate pressure on road networks while facilitating exports to other African countries. The statement also stated that the Dangote Group, a major sponsor of the trade fair organized by the Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry, attracted a large crowd eager to learn about its state-of-the-art oil refinery, which recently commenced discharging petroleum products. The statement added that many attendees explored the company's various business units, including Dangote Fertilizer, Dangote Sugar, Dangote Salt, and Dangote Cement. Wali Abdurrahman said participants were keen to discover opportunities within the company. Wali Abdurrahman also highlighted the company's investment in compressed natural gas. The ACCI President Chief Emeka Obegolu commended the Dangote Group for its significant role in Nigeria's industrialization. Represented by Vice President Legal Aisha Abdullahi, he remarked on the company's unwavering commitment to Nigeria's development, adding the taxes paid by the group have contributed significantly to national revenue, funding infrastructure projects and social programs that benefit millions of Nigerians. This is news analysis coming to you live, coming to you on Politics and Business TV. Still to come. Cameroon Dam National Emergency Management Agency crew monitors Niger Benue rivers. Details of this and more after the break. Welcome back. It's good to know you're still with us. Cameroon Dam National Emergency Management Agency crew monitors Niger Benue rivers. Now the news in full. The National Emergency Management Agency said it has deployed a team to monitor rivers Benue and the river Niger following the release of water from Lagdo Dam in Cameroon. Ezekiel noted that some communities had already been affected by the water released from the Lagdo Dam. Meanwhile, the federal government has predicted 5 days of heavy rainfall, which may lead to flooding in 15 states. The flood prediction obtained on Sunday from the National Flood Early Warning System Center of the Federal Ministry of Environment also urged stakeholders to take note. The center indicated that the identified locations and their environs are likely to witness heavy rainfalls that may lead to flood within the period of prediction from September 29th to October 3rd, 2024. And now 17 states governors have raised committees to implement a 70,000 naira new minimum wage for workers across the country. The 17 states which set up implementation committees are Ogun, Ekiti, Sokoto, Kebbi, Osun, Enugu, Borno, Zamfara, Kogi, Kwara, Gombe, Kano, Taraba, Delta, Rivers, Jigawa, and Abia states. The development is happening as the federal government commenced payment of the new minimum wage to its 1.2 million workers last Thursday. The Accountant General of the Federation, Oluwatoyin Madein, in a memo to the Budget Office of the Federation, noted that the civil servants would be paid a minimum wage with effect from September. On the heels of this, Edo, Lagos, Adamawa states have also commenced payments of the new salary as Anambra pledged to implement the minimum wage in October. The chairman of the Nigeria Labour Congress in Adamawa State, Emmanuel Fashe, confirmed that Governor Ahmedu Fintiri started paying the new minimum wage in August ahead of the federal government and other states. And now the Lagos State Police Command has debunked a report that some individuals, men, women, and a young boy were kept in a single cell at the Morocco police station in the Lekki area of the state. In a viral video shared Monday by a tweet identified as Onyidamola and tweeting as #DamiDami35 on X.com, a lady who identified herself as Real Omo stated how the police had crowded her with other ladies and some men in a cell. The lady stated that they were picked up by security operatives while they were working in an undisclosed area in Lekki. The lady stated that they were picked up by security operatives while they were working in an undisclosed area in Lekki. In response to the tweet, the command spokesperson Benjamin Hundeyin in a tweet on Monday debunked the woman's story, saying the persons were kept in a holding area where they are visible to officers on duty at the charge room. He noted that once they are kept in a cell, they would be separated and none of them would have access to use the phone. Still, you're watching news analysis live on Politics and Business TV. Join us shortly to discuss CNG boxes for Nigerian workers and students and its impacts. Stay with us. Thank you for staying with us. Now, combating climate change requires innovation from city authorities, and public transportation is no exception. One way to greener and more efficient mass transportation is to use eco-friendly means like compressed natural gas boxes that could revolutionize public transit's carbon footprint. As the US government introduces many climate-positive transportation measures, CNG boxes could be the key to reaching new emissions reduction benchmarks in decreasing reliance on non-renewable fossil fuels. The federal government handed over 64 compressed natural gas boxes to representatives of organized labor comprising Trade Union Congress, Nigeria Labour Congress, and National Association of Nigeria Students. Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Eton, made the pledge at the State House Conference Center in the Abuja during the handover of the boxes to representatives of the organizations. Now, what is CNG box, and are CNG boxes any more environmental friendly than their diesel counterparts? Let's uncover the impacts and key benefits with my guests. Good afternoon to you, Sir Yusra Aliyu.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Thank you for joining us on the program today.
Thank you and good afternoon.
So I'll begin by asking, CNG boxes, what are the impacts?
CNG is a new development in technology, and it is environmentally friendly vehicles, and if well managed, it will now see new development as far as transportation movement of goods and services is concerned in an economy that is looking for cheaper transport, convenient transport, and environmental friendly transport system.
Hello, are you with us?
Yeah.
What are the impacts?
Of course, these are whatever once CNG buses, compressed natural gas buses are mentioned, they are environmentally friendly, and since they are environmentally friendly, they are also very convenient to manage, and at the same time also they are cost effective. So when you put this together, the impact will be there will be more efficiency in the system because people can use little amount of money to transport themselves. Managers can use little resources to manage, and also environment will have minimal impact as far as environmental pollution are concerned. And all these are required to combat a lot of some environmental disasters that is affecting the climate change.
Hence, CNG boxes, CNG is friendly to the ecosystem, to the economy, and also to the pockets of the Nigerians.
Exactly.
All right. So, okay. Recently, they donated boxes to government workers and students. So, what about the non-government workers and those? Because we all know that a good percentage of Nigerians are not government workers, neither are they students. So these people that are in between the students and the government workers, how do they survive? And what would they benefit from this CNG boxes?
I mean, first of all, you have to differentiate between pressure groups and non-pressure groups. Pressure groups are groups like student union, like workers union. They are the ones that pressurize when subsidy was pronounced gone. They are the ones that are pronounced through their industrial action, and the government promises them. So this is a fulfillment from the government to the labor and student union. Now it is now an eye opener for the general public to understand that anytime measures are taken and whether which they feel that they have to be part of it, they have to organize themselves and also present their case either as market women, either as traders association or whatever association. But this gesture that has been extended is a fulfilled promise from the government to the industrial union and the student body. But one issue that remains significant is that there is no way this provision will be adequate for the general use, because at the end, workers, if they are transported to their workplace, they are to report from 8 to 9. But these same buses will be conveying other commuters who are going into their normal businesses. So it is just in name that it is been given to either student union or is given to workers, because at the end of the day, work starts at 8 o'clock and workers will be transported between 8 to 9, and the rest movement will be for general public, whoever that is interested. So I see no disconnection between the welfare of Nigeria separate from the welfare of the workers or students, because these are part of the society. And what we're supposed to understand is that there is private sector. The only thing is that under federal means of transport, the private sector is going to drive more benefit through their one national union of road transport workers and other associates.
So hence, between the period of the opening of the work and closing of the work, the boxes will be enjoyed by other Nigerians.
Of course, that has been the tradition. We have seen it in Nigeria when the popular Aeropai bus were given, when subsidy was removed some time back, when the issue of pump price of petroleum came in. Nigeria Labour Conference conversed for an intervention as far part of palliative, and we have seen how these Aeropai buses were distributed, and we saw how commuters are using them during the working day and even not working day, because at the end of the day, the labor unions are also looking for one or two income, and therefore they put it for the public use. So these are some of the things that they are not going to be enough, and they have to be efficiently managed. We don't want a repeat of what happened to Air Rufai buses like in Abuja to repeat itself, whereby if you go to Kubwa Road, you find them packed in hundreds. It is unfortunate you have that development. So the labor union and the student union must also think twice to be more efficient, be more productive, and be more friendly to the society.
Okay, so let's talk about the maintenance of the buses now. Considering the nonchalant attitude of individuals to government properties, how do we plan to manage these buses?
Once they are given to labor, they are no longer government property, they are union property. What I am trying to stress is the fact that I have said it, we have seen mismanagement, and it is a bad reputation for the trade union, it is a bad reputation for any other body that mishandles that opportunity. What we are expecting is that they have to employ from the same sector, employ professionals, give them target, put monitors, and at the same time try to check their own recklessness and their own inactive or their own insufficiencies. It is necessary to understand that in managing business that has to do with transport, if you manage it efficiently, you take care of the compressed gas, you take care of the engine, you take care of the facilities, you take care of the consumers, that is the customers, and you take care of the drivers. Once this is put in place, but if we begin to imbibe the culture of corruption, one single man will make use whatever that is generated, will lavish it. This is not going to help the labor union, it's not going to help the state, it's not going to help Nigeria in general.
All right, so let's talk about the conversion for private individuals and commercial motorists. It's still on the high side. So will the government come in at some point to aid this?
Government has removed subsidy, and anytime you are calling government to come into compressed gas, you are still calling for another subsidy. So it's going to be a the only thing is that there should be competition in the industry, the conversion companies. There should be additional number of those who are going to be engaged, so that there is going to be fairness in the pricing of that. Remember, even this communication, this call that I'm making with you, when it was introduced, because there was no competition, people be higher, and these companies have an opportunity to exploit Nigerians. But now with competition, you have the right to use different alternatives. That is what we are expecting in that industry, to have additional value operators who can be in the market and try to make the prices more relatively convenient for people to convert their vehicles. And in converting, other risk analysis must be done, because if we begin to convert our vehicles and we don't have good maintenance culture, and we don't have good orientation, and we don't have good information about the CNG situation, it's going to be hazardous to the society. There is a need for road safety commission to come in to educate people, to create platforms which can give adequate knowledge on this compressed gas, the risks, the sustainability, as well as the operational modalities.
All right, due to time factor, I'll just take this quickly. So now that CNG looks like is the way forward, what will be the future of refineries?
It's still convenient. A refinery has multiple jobs to do. We are looking for fertilizer, we are looking for electricity, we are looking for other components, and we are looking for the same PLS, because you cannot eliminate the role of PMS not only in moving vehicles or automobile industry, but it is also important as far as generation of energy and electricity is concerned within our rural localities and within our agricultural sector. So the future of refinery is still very, very significant. That is why people like Dangote are putting up large sum of money above $19 billion to invest. If it is not prospect, there is no way you can put such amount of money into that investment.
All right, thank you very much for always joining us on the program, Sir Joshua Aliyu.
Thank you very much, Emma.
We appreciate. And that has been Sir Joshua Aliyu, our in-house economics. Let me go over the headlines once again. October 1st, protest, policeman flashpoint, APC opposition clash. World Bank okays $1.57 billion loan for Nigeria, and Dangote to transport refined products by sea. Thank you very much for staying with us. Don't forget to come back for more news on politics, business, and much more. I am Amina Idris. Bye for now.